I'm an actor. I'm a voice actor. I'm a teacher and a coach. And I'm a creative person. I mean, I love all the acting. I don't think I can choose between on camera and voice acting. I'm so lucky right now to have the job, the one I dreamed about from the time I was a tiny little girl. And so every time I get to go step behind a microphone and be Wonder Woman, it is my entire life journey. But when I'm coaching and I see that light go on and I see that truth happen, like all of that stuff fires up, and all of that love of what we do is just as ignited. It's in that moment I can't choose. In that moment I love that as much as anything else. I hit a moment where I was like, no amount of hard work is getting me what I want. No amount of drive is taking me where I want. Partly because I was operating in old patterns. I was like, well, you have to have an agent, you have to get an audition, and you have to get a job. And I wasn't thinking in the direction of making my own work. But after that, it was like, fine, let me put all that energy into something that I know how hard work is gonna turn into a result. And I took a detour for a couple of years and poured my heart and my love into something else that I love. I love fitness, and I love the physical body, and I love developing that and working through that. And I'm good at it. And I did it for a few years, and I realized I just wasn't the kind of happy that I was when I was making art. And I went, well, if I work really hard and I get the results I expect, and it's something I really love and care about, and I'm still not the kind of happy that I am when I'm creating art, I have no choice but to go back and do the thing that is that real joy, that is that real love. And suddenly it became really easy. I was like, oh, okay. I remembered again that I chose this, that this is the life I want, that this is the life I choose. And the highs and lows are part of it, and not something to be afraid of. You're so powerless when it's about someone else's permission. And it's terrible. It's terrible to give up your voice and give up your power and give up your ability to change the world just because you're waiting for somebody else to tell you okay. There's nothing now that stops us from having a voice. And I really do believe that we change the world just by speaking up. I really do believe that whether it's the person next to you or the person watching the thing or a wide expansive audience, I really think that using our voice and speaking for ourselves changes the world. And when you're waiting for someone else to say you're okay, then you give up the power that we have to change the world. And what's more valuable than that? What's more important than that? The most exciting thing about teaching is watching people get empowered, discovering their creativity, discovering the power of their voice, watching a woman stop being afraid of her anger, watching a man stop being afraid of his sadness. And of course it goes both ways, but that moment, and sometimes it's just a flash and you have to keep finding it and coming back, but that moment when an actor goes, here am I, and just lets it sit, is extraordinary. And it makes me feel safe in saying, me too. I can just be. That courage is infectious, and it's thrilling.